What's up, backyard bassing fans? Hey, today we're going to go over how to rig up the Senko and keep from getting line twists and what I actually do. But before we get into that, if you guys could please hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up. Still trying to build the channel up, share as much as you guys can. I really greatly appreciate it, and hopefully we'll get a little bit bigger and keep growing. So on today's topic, like I said, we're going to go over, like I said, Senkos and how to keep them from line twist. Trick worms, Senkos, anything like that, it constantly turns and twists in the water. A lot of times you don't see it, but if you're somebody that throws, for instance, let's say on a spinning reel, and you have mono on there or fluoro on there, you're going to notice that thing constantly, the line just twisting and twisting, and every time you go to throw, it starts balling out line or spooling up real bad or something like that. One thing that I do on a spinning setup is I strictly throw braid. Braid doesn't have that memory, and even if it doesn't get the line twists, by the time you throw it out there, it's right back out of it. It's not a big deal. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have that memory to keep it in there, and it doesn't affect the braid as much at all. But that's just me. One other thing you can do, and in talking about open or spinning reel setup like that, I'm going to throw like the 4-inch and the 5-inch Senko on there, or the trick worms and stuff like that. I like it on that lighter gear. That's just my personal opinion. I think it works a little better. When I get a little bit bigger, I'm going to go to my baitcasters. On your baitcasters, you're not going to notice that rotation of that bait nearly as much and it twisting the line because it's not going over that spool like a spinning reel, but it is happening. And the one thing I tell people, or the way that I set that up, is I run a leader, and it don't have to be a very long leader, maybe a foot long, and I'll go with a smaller swivel on there that takes that twist out of there. That way your line's not completely twisting all the time. And the same thing for a spinning reel. If you've got that and you're not throwing braid on it and you don't want to put braid on it, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, put the swivel on there like a 1 foot leader or 1.5 feet. Just don't go too big with your swivel. The reason being is a lot of times that Senko and that trick worm, when you're fishing that, you're usually fishing it weightless. And if you get too big of a swivel, what happens is it's going to weigh the front of that down, and it's going to pull that Senko or pull that worm just straight down, nose down. And a lot of times guys are throwing the Senko and the trick worm because they want that slow fall with that little bit of that flutter going down. That's what triggers the bite a lot of times. So just keep in mind, do a small enough swivel. Don't go so small that it's, your line's stronger than your swivel, which you shouldn't be. I mean, they're wire, so you should be okay. So that's my tip for today. Sorry I haven't been putting out more videos this week. It's been a very long week. Had a lot of stuff going on with work and some other stuff at the house and everything. It's been a long week. So we'll get back on track now. Like I said, I'll get you guys another video Sunday. I have a tournament Saturday, so hopefully I'll get a little bit of footage out of that too, that I can show and share with you guys. Hoping everything goes well, but we shall find out. A buddy of mine sent me a couple baits in a box today that I just got, and one of them happened to be one of the new Guggen baits. It was the, I can't think of the name of it, it's one of their new crankbaits. It's a deep diving, 15 to 20 foot, but I'll do a review on that and kind of let you know. I'm going to try to fish it a little bit Saturday at the tournament. This is the tournament that I actually fish a lot of deep crankbaits at, so I'm kind of anxious to see how that works. So far, first impressions on it, it's a very nice looking bait. The details on it are great. The hooks look like they're really good hooks. They don't look like they're real cheap light wire hooks or nothing like that. So I'm anxious to get out there and try that and see how it works. So I'll let you guys know, and hopefully we'll see you again on Sunday. Thanks.